I already said that Devin Haney will be next in line if we can figure it out. He got to know, look it, man, you're just not that guy right now. I don't even want to call you B-side. You might be Z-side in comparison. You know, you're not that guy. We're A-side. You're Z-side. Shut the up. If you want that run back, you could get it. Just know your place. That's it.
He does need to know his place.
Right? Am I right?
Ryan Garcia has called out Devin Haney to a rematch, promising to brutally end his career this time.
Devin Haney,
Nah, don't say that.
I've declared war onto you. My first declaration of that war was yesterday. I've declared it. It's time. If you want that work, you will get it. No. I will beat you worse this time, and you will feel something you've never felt before, even from last time. You will never box again, ever in your life. I promise you that.
No, wait, Bob.
Garcia is not slowing down after his win over Mario Barrios. He's confident about smashing Devin Haney worse than he did before.
Like, I know you didn't finish Devin Haney, but you had him drown.
I saved him. I should have knocked him. I just didn't have the conditioning.
I think it still bothers you, huh?
Yes, because I should have knocked him out in that 11th, man. I was playing around too much. Yeah. And I was like, ha, ha. Like, bro. Man. But next time, oh, that next time, buddy, you won't have a next time. I'm finishing you. You will never box again if we fight again, and you know that. And I have vowed to that. If we fight again, you will never box again. I promise you that.
Devin Haney isn't backing down either.
He has to be realistic in these negotiations. You know, I'm not here to just take anything to get back, you know, whatever. You know, Ryan Garcia, when the ball was in his court, he didn't make weight. He showed up with a positive drug test. It was all over the place. So, you know, we're not going to do it like that time around. We're going to do it the right way. And so if he doesn't want to do it the right way, then we'll move on. Like I said, we'll go on to fight the guy that beat him, and the guy that he doesn't want to rematch. He's not screaming Rolly's name.
That's true.
So, like I said, if that is the case, then we go on and we fight Rolly. And if Ryan Garcia wants to get realistic, then we can make that fight happen now or later.
His father, Bill Haney, is accusing Garcia for not accepting the rematch, putting forward stupid negotiations.
If it ain't Dev and Ryan, then Ryan is doing the lying. I mean, we were supposed to do it before he went with Rolly. Then he blew the bag with Rolly. And then we set up and we talked about it, and they talked about PTS and all this other shit. It's over with, Oscar. It's over with. Ryan, the hiding, the ducking, the playing, the comedian shit that you guys are doing. And that's what I do have to say enough of. On the last stand, let it be the last time we let these jokers get away with comedy. They've turned into comedians. What is all this jokey joke shit for? Huh? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I got the baddest guy in boxing, period. If it ain't Dev and Ryan, then Ryan is doing the lying. Ryan, he was at the bottom of the list. He was number 10, right behind Conor Ben. He shot up the list because the people put the target on his back. I mean, they started running all kind of narratives, what a great performance it was. And it was with a guy that if Devin had went up to 147 pounds and fought him first, they would have said Devin was cherry picking. You see what I mean? So we went right at Ryan Norman, the baddest man in the division. Devin is the king of 147 pounds, and it would be absurd for the fight not to happen with Ryan Garcia. Like I said, it will be Ryan lying if it doesn't happen next.
Moreover, Terrence Crawford praised Garcia's performance against Barrios.
During this fight, for what it was, I don't think Barrios came to fight. You know, Ryan was boxing great. You know, the jab was working, the overhand right was working, and he looks out at me at the end and say, "You see my jab?" I said, "Man, it was working." That jab was beautiful because we're not used to seeing Ryan jab,
right?
You know,
or his right hand,
or boxing for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was boxing beautiful,
you
know, and I commend him on that. Like
The boxing world is equally excited for the rematch, giving out analysis on how the rematch would unfold.
Ryan Garcia said to Devin Haney in his DMs that he is the A-side. Devin, the American Dream Haney, responded back talking about you lost to Rolly Romero and blah, 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 blah. Y'all want to know who the A-side is? The matchup is the A-side. Ryan Garcia versus Debo 2 is going to be huge because of the product of the first one. Not because of Ryan, not because of Debo, but because of the product. Because the fight itself there was 11-1 odds, and Ryan Garcia knocked Devin Haney all around the ring, and then boop, Ostarine. All of that shit is making this second fight big. Hell, it's the reason why Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3 was huge. So listen, y'all gonna have to figure that shit out. That fight is 50-50. I know Ryan Garcia is big and he's a celebrity, but Debo Dev has a name too. And really, this fight is big because of the matchup.
Devin Haney, you can tweet as much as you want. Bill Haney, you can scream PEDs until you're blue in the face, bro. It doesn't matter. The people only remember what happened, and that was Ryan Garcia embarrassed Devin Haney in front of the world, and it's looking like it's probably going to happen again. That's just the truth. Ryan Garcia posted this video recently when talking about the potential Devin Haney fight, and it's a lot of talking from Ryan Garcia. Let's listen.
Devin Haney,
Nah, don't
I've
say that.
declared war onto you.
Nah, just kidding. Yeah, that was.
War has been declared. Hopefully we can see this fight happen again so Devin Haney can get embarrassed again. I mean, look at this guy right here, bro. This dude looks dazed. He looks confused. He don't know what happened.
Yo, nah. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, do not stop or stall momentum. Right now, currently, right now. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, the rematch is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, especially in America. I don't want to hear about this duck talk. I don't want to hear about the A side, B side, because at the end of the day, once you're dealing with Turkey, there is no such thing as the A side, B side. Both of these guys are working directly with Turkey, getting the contract directly with Turkey. I don't want to hear this A side, B side, who's going to walk out, who got the bigger poster. No. Let's get this fight done, because y'all already signed, leading up to the Times Square card, right? Y'all already signed that deal that y'all was going to fight each other. Yes, Ryan Garcia lost to Rolly Romero and stuff like that, but Devin Haney was ready to fight Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia, you should have been ready to fight Devin the Dream Haney. So I don't want to hear now that this is a unification bout, the biggest fight in the sport of boxing, and now it was like, oh, it's the A side, B side, VADA test, all that. Y'all took care of that a long time ago. Let's get to the fight. Let's get to the fight. We're going live right now.
Now, who do I think wins that fight between Ryan Garcia and Debo, the second fight? Honestly, right now, I don't know. I think Debo has made the adjustments, right? He got the guard up now, no born arrow effect. He's really worked on that. Plus, I think he's swatting more at 147, and I've been saying that forever. It's not that Debo Dev cannot punch. It's that he's been weight drained. He fight closer to his walk-around weight. I'm telling you, his punches are going to be heavier, and Brian Norman Jr. found that out. As for Ryan Garcia, he has two hands now. You saw him against Mario Barrios just spamming that right hand. That right hand was devastating. So now he doesn't just have a left hook. Also, he was shooting the jab a lot. He done found a jab again. I think the second fight is just a different fight. I think it's the matchup the first fight should have been. So honestly, right now, I can't call it.
Now they're both champions. Now they both have to be responsible. Now Ryan Garcia is trained by his father that seems to have a shorter leash on him, and it worked. All right, so that's a fight to make. And I love that this new generation of fighters, that's going to take over the mantle of Canelo, of all these old, bigger, legendary names. You know, the Bam Rodriguez's, the Italmas, you know, at the heavyweight division, Devin, Boots, Bam, and all these other fighters, Virgil. They're the next crop of pay-per-view sellers. Benavidez, they're what I want to watch. They are the ones that we should be invested on. These are the guys that we should be talking about. These are the ones that should capture all our imaginations and take all our money. But we need to make these fights happen at the right time, or else they lose their appeal. So I'm with you. Make these fights happen.
We're not going to be able to erase that loss the way that it was erased off of your record. We saw what happened. We saw the struggles. We know what a part of those struggles were. But it's like I always say, you know, you're there to get hit. I'll tell you my game plan, but can you stop me? You know, so he got up against somebody that, you know, Ryan Garcia was doing what he did. But on top of that, you still was in line to get hit. In between that, he had a great fight in between those knockdowns. But he had too many moments. And again, like I said before, you chose to come into the middle of the ring with somebody who can only box you in the middle of the ring. Not smart. You were not in your right mind when that fight happened. After that fight happened, I'm on record for saying Devin beats Ryan in a rematch. I'm probably the only one that said Devin beats Ryan in the rematch.